Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Zaji, and today I'd like to share with you a little bit about some knitting things. Yes, we're finally back with another podcast episode. It's been a while since I've talked about knitting on this channel, and I have lots actually to share with you. I wish I had more finished objects to share, but I actually have way more whips, and we're going to be talking about two new books that I recently got from Rowan. I'm going to share with you some of my favorite patterns from those new releases because they make me really happy, and knitting is my happy place. And I actually have a couple of crochet things to talk about today as well. So if you like knitting things, if you like talking about knitting patterns and really just chatting about yarny type stuff, then I encourage you to not only subscribe to this channel, please turn on your notification bell so that we can keep chatting about knitting stuff together. Okay, so we're gonna start with the big elephant in the room. Actually, it's not an elephant in the room. It's my second shawl is what it is. So this is a pattern that I worked on for a really long time. This is the triangular shawl with sheer bands from Georgia Farrell. It was a part of Rowan's 70 magazine, which I did talk about on this channel, and I will have the knitting podcast playlist link down below, as well as up in the cards above if you're interested in seeing some of the past episodes where I talk more about this garment. But I'm not really a shawl knitter. It took me years before I actually made one shawl. So surprisingly, within a 1 year span, I've now made 2 shawls, which is crazy. So I love this design. I used, what is it? Premier CHAMONIX. This is in the Tide Pool color. I bought 3 skeins, and I worked up this pattern as much as I could with as little waste as I possibly could. So this shawl should actually be maybe a few bands larger, but I really like the size that I was able to make with the 3 balls that I used. So I've got pictures showing you what it looks like in its entirety, but it's my favorite thing. I'm so obsessed with this. It's super warm. It's such a cool color because it actually fits rather seamlessly into my wardrobe, which, you know, I guess it's not that shocking because I do like these types of blues and greens and things like that, so it's not that shocking, but I'm so excited. I wanted to finish this for Christmas time. I'm trying to think of when I actually did finish. It was just a couple weeks ago, so sometime in February I finished this shawl, and I've been wearing it. And it's really nice. It's so nice over my my MeMade coat, which is a Butterick pattern. I'll have that video linked up above and down below too if you're interested in seeing more about the coat. But I am obsessed with wearing this over top of that coat. It's such a cool combo. And I couldn't be more happy with my shawl at this stage. Now, I did have to do some ripping back because I realized I didn't quite have enough yarn to make this pattern in entirety. I probably would have needed a 4th ball, and I would have been able to work this shawl up to its full size, but yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that. I already have 6 other balls of this yarn, but just in other colors. So I just didn't feel like I wanted to do that. So I just knit it up as far as I could. And when it got to be too much, or when I started to realize I was maybe using yarn a little bit quicker than I thought, I just ripped it back and worked it up again. So what I am still thinking about are the tassels. Now I do want to make tassels for this garment and to put them on the ends and it be just like the photo or just like the sample, but I'm so torn on what color I want to use for the tassels right now. So I'm just kind of leaving it as it is. When I do add tassels, I'll be sure to share it here, but yeah. Just want to talk about that. It is pretty cool in my room because I do have my curtains wide open, so I'm gonna leave it on for as long as I can, I suppose. So the next thing I want to share with you that is a finished object is actually the same pattern, but I made it twice. So I've got two of these. Actually, this one is finished. It just needs a pom-pom, and I just need to sew a button on the inside for the pom-pom. I've got loads to choose from. My little pom-pom stash is just waiting for me to dig in there and pick one for this hat. I got that big bag. I want to say, where did I get it? Maybe I did get it from Amazon. I'm not really sure, but I didn't pay that much. I want to say it was under $20, and I got a ton of little faux fur pom-poms. And so I'm going to pick one. I don't know. I was thinking maybe like a cream color or something that would be kind of cute, or maybe something that has a little color on the tips. We'll see. But yeah, I left my little string for sewing in my button in there, but this is actually a crochet hat pattern. So I made two of these, and I will put photos up on the screen for you to see them. But yeah, I made this one using a 5mm crochet hook, and the other one I used a 4.5mm crochet hook, which is what the pattern actually calls for. And I found that I actually got gauge at 5mm. So this is the, I believe it's for the Frills Everyday, Easy Everyday Crochet Beanie pattern. It's a free pattern on her blog, and I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. But it is also in 7 sizes, so it goes from like preemie, I think, all the way to large adult. So I decided to go ahead and make this hat 2 times. The first time I figured that my gauge was a little bit off, so I made it again, and it was. So I like the fact that now I do know what size I need to make this pattern, because it works up so quick. This is definitely a hat that came together so much faster than I thought it would. It is worked long ways, so you work it from side to side instead of in the round, which isn't too bad. I don't know. It's my first crochet hat, well, I guess second, but my first crochet hat experience, and it was pleasant. I don't know if I'll make another one soon, but it is a great pattern, and it's free, and I really enjoyed it, so I made 2 of these. This one I used the remnants from Nala's little sweater, her little, what was it? The textured tunic or something like that. Oh my gosh, now I don't even remember what it's called, and I talked about it relentlessly on this channel. Anyways, I used the remnants from that Hello Gorgeous yarn, and it's so pretty. I love this yarn so much. It's still my absolute favorite. This hat definitely fits Nala way better than the Abby Cadabby one, which I used the Lion Brand One Hat Wonder little kit that they sell. I got it from Joann. It was like $5. It was enough yarn, so I mean, hey, it is a one hat wonder, but I definitely didn't make this one to gauge, so it's a little bit smaller, but it does fit snug when she's got on a tighter hairstyle. But if she's got puffs, there's no way it's going over her whole head. So those are my 2 finished things. Next thing I want to talk about is I want to go ahead and get into the whips. Those crochet hats are awesome, but I want to get into the whips because some of them are pretty exciting. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is actually my husband's sweater, because oh my goodness, I've been talking about this pattern for so long, and I am finally close enough to see the end of this happening, and it's exciting. I know that I have been taking my time with this project, but it definitely has paid off. I'm definitely someone who's like, if it takes me a year to finish it, it takes me a year to finish it. If it takes me 2 weeks, it takes me 2 weeks. Sometimes you just have to let the feeling come to you when it does. And yeah, okay, we're gonna stop talking about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like at this stage. Now, I'm probably like a row from being able to cast this, the collar of this. Oh, did I take a picture? That's my bad, brother. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, it almost looks like a full thing. I'm not really going to be able to share. Hopefully by the time I post this video, I've already done the like 2 rows left of the shawl so that I can actually get pictures of him in it. But I can kind of show you what everything's looking like. So this is the back of the sweater, and I've just worked up the shawl. Like I said, I only have like 2 rows left, so I'm just going to kind of show you how it goes around as best as I can. So I've got buttonholes. I wanted to find that side. That's what I have just recently done. Yeah, so I got my buttonholes on there. So you can kind of see my buttonholes. So I've got one here, one here, one here. They're looking really awesome. I was so excited about doing the buttonholes. I can't even begin to tell you. Like, I love how the shawl's coming all around. You know, it just, yeah. So I have been really excited to get to this stage, and I know, like I said, but that I am really close, so hopefully I will have a picture up showing Brian at least wearing it at this stage, because the shawl is probably the most daunting task, I feel like. Not only is it worked with wrap and turn, I don't know if those are German short rows or not, but you're doing short rows to do this shawl in the back, and I really screwed that up when I did my version, the white version with the rainbow. I had to, like, I did like the full shawl and did it all wrong and had to rip it back. I just was not paying attention and doing what I was supposed to, so that's what happens. But this time it was a lot easier, and I have, like I said, this last row, and then you do like a 3 needle bind off for the, or not 3 needle, I-cord bind off for the edge of the shawl, which on my own shawl I know I did way too tight. So this time I'm thinking that as I cast this off, I'm going to be using a larger needle, and hopefully that will help me stay on gauge and end up with the shawl that doesn't curl in too much, because mine does curl a little bit, and I think the more and more that I wear it, it starts to kind of curl up more and more. So this time I'm going to make a much larger effort not to bind off too tightly, and the only thing I'll have left is to do the little pockets, which will just breeze right by. So I'm very excited that I'm finally getting to a point to where I've finished a garment for my husband. It has been a long time coming. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the progress I've made on that whip. I am going to talk about 2 other projects, which if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen before, but I don't believe I've talked about them much on my channel just yet. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. The first is actually a tank top. Oh my gosh. And I want to just share something super sad. My crochet hook from Prym broke, and if you saw my my review for my Prym hooks and needles, I talked about how I didn't know how sturdy these hooks were gonna be. I don't know. I still don't say. I've already broken like 2 of these hooks already. Well, one my husband broke, but I broke this one. I don't even remember how. I just remember going to my little basket, because I've been keeping this project in this basket by my bedside, and I don't know how this one broke, but I did go to work on this project again and saw that this one was broken. So this is now the second of the size E hook that I've broken, and I feel some type of way. I don't know how I feel, because I haven't broken any other ones, but this one I've broken twice now, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't think it's like a construction type of thing because of just how it broke. I think these are just kind of small, and accidents happen, but it's still sad because I want to use this hook. But I've just been using an ergonomic one that has like the rubber handle that I got in a set, and it's fine, but I liked my Prym ones. Anyways, so this is Aphrodite tank top, which is a pattern from Drops. You all know that I love Drops. I absolutely am obsessed with saving patterns and looking through all their new collections. Oops, don't be making sounds now. But this is the crochet tank top. Now, from when I made this, it's got loads of beautiful lace, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. This thing is the first, I think this is the first crochet top that I ever worked on. Yes, this is the first crochet top I worked on, if you don't count the crochet top I made for Nala's little doll. But this is the first top I've made for myself with crochet, and this is definitely a pattern that I feel like I should have waited to start on. There are loads of mistakes in this top, but I really am very proud with how it looks. Like, I'm sure if I sat there I could pick out all of the flaws and everything in there, but I really gave myself loads of grace with making this because, like I said, this is the first time I'd ever made anything crochet to wear. And with as intricate as this design was, I don't even know how I'm getting so close. I am about 3 or 4 rows or rounds from casting this off and doing the final construction steps for this. I didn't even talk about what yarn I used. Anyways, so I used Lion Brand. Oh my gosh. It's cotton something. Literally, I can't remember what the name of it is, but I will have it on the screen like I usually do. I remember I did talk about this in a haul, so I will also link the Lion Brand haul where I got this yarn and loads of other yarns. But yeah, this yarn was crazy. Okay, I really like the strength of this, and I like the feel of this so much better than a lot of other inexpensive 100% cotton yarns, because this one is a mix. I think it's half and half, maybe acrylic or polyester, I can't remember, and cotton. So it's a little bit softer. It's definitely much nicer on the hands, and I'm excited to use this yarn for other projects, and I already have like other projects in mind as well. Anyway, so I'm obsessed with this. I really like how it looks. I'm excited to do all the final steps and really get this to a point to where I can wear it. Like I said, I have just a few rows left, and I've really been enjoying crocheting. Like, I just crocheted up those 2 hats, like just whipped right through those projects. So I really am looking forward to coming back to this and finishing it. So I wanted to just talk about it just briefly. This was a learning curve like nobody's business. I have not been crocheting for nearly as long as I've been knitting, and it's definitely not something that is my strong suit just yet, I think. But after getting through this, I'm gonna feel real strong. I'm gonna feel really, really strong in my crochet skills. So I'm excited to keep working on this. So I'm hoping to come back to you and have some really good progress about it. But yeah, this is a top that I have that's a whip that I am definitely going to be putting a lot of time into coming up. The next thing I want to share with you is another pattern that is kind of summery, but I made this vest. It's a little vest, and it's not a little vest, it's a full-size vest, but I have already finished the back piece, and I will, you know what, where is that back piece even? I'm gonna get back to you on that. I don't know where the back piece is at. I can't remember if I've even shared the back piece on this channel, but it is a really fitted vest. It's made with 100% cotton yarn, and I don't remember what the name of it is from Rowan, but I know for a fact that I am not using Rowan cotton yarn to make this design. I'm using Cream and Sugar. That is the cotton yarn that I've been using so far, and I will tell you right now that I probably won't use that yarn for as big of a project as this is again, because it is so rough. So rough. Even like touching this right now, I kind of want to gag a little bit. This tore my hands right up, and I remember the exact moment when I was like, oh my god, my hands ache from how dry this yarn is. I don't hate it, you know, it's super inexpensive, but until you wash this stuff, it is not fun for me anyways. Not a pleasant yarn on the hands, but it does serve certain purposes, right? So I worried a little bit about the feel of this yarn, but I did block the back piece, which I finished, and I felt how the yarn feels after, and it will be soft on my skin, soft enough to where it's not going to irritate. But yeah, I had to set this project to the side. But these are the 2 front panels. They're quite wrinkled just because they were just in a basket. You know, I could have steamed this out. But there's loads of really beautiful details on here. So this is like the front panel. This would be the side seam. Oops. And so I'm just now starting the arm shaping. So this is, I've just now started to cast off for the arm shaping, but this is the front, and I've got some little buttonholes that I'm working through. It's just a real bright yellow tank top I'm working on. This project has loads of shaping, which makes me so happy. I know that I made some mistakes with the buttonholes, which I'm hoping won't be detrimental for me. But after I had just kind of fallen out of love with the actual yarn for this project, it did kind of take a step to the side. So what I'm hoping at this point is that when I pick this back up, I'm gonna just be really about making sure these buttonholes are gonna work out. From how I have them spaced right now, they are pretty random-ish, but I don't think it will be too big of a problem because I can always sew together points that I don't like or add a superficial button to close up certain holes and things. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. These are every single place where you see a little, what are these? Safety pin is where I had a decrease or some sort of shaping element. So that's that's what Mama likes. Mama likes shaping. Mama likes shaping. So yeah, I'm excited to bring this back out. Hopefully my hands won't die with what little is left. I mean, this is right at the arm, so I barely have like a little sliver. Yeah, a little sliver left to make this be a front, and then it's just sewing it together. And oh my gosh, yes, I am working these two at a time, which is actually how I do most cardigans that are split in the front. Anytime I know that I'm doing the same thing twice, I will try to do it at the same time, especially if it's flat. And for a cardigan like this, yeah, definitely doing it that way. So gonna move on from that now. I want to update you all on the, oh my gosh, what's it called? I want to update you on Randall, which is my mohair sweater. I am starting to lose my light a little bit, so I might, hold on. Okay, so I did add a little bit of artificial lighting. My God, my daughter is running around upstairs. So sorry if you hear little footsteps pounding upstairs. My daughter is running around. She just got home from preschool. So anyways, so I want to update y'all on Randall. Oh my gosh. So I have finished the back piece. Isn't that awesome? Okay, anyways, so this is the back piece, and this is my fisherman's rib crop sweater situation. I'll have the finished design photo up so you can see what it looks like if you haven't been a part of the Randall. Oh wait, that was the back side. This is the front side. So if you haven't been a part of this whole Randall journey, this was a part of Kim Hargrave's fall, which was this, and it's the cover design for Fall magazine from Kim. So yeah, real happy with how this came out. This is literally the softest thing ever. Oh my gosh. And I've blocked this so it's fuzzed up so beautifully. I'm gonna go ahead and do a close-up. Isn't that so yummy? Look at the stretch on that. Beautiful. I do have loads of ends to weave in, but just the shaping on the side, oh, I died when that happened. It's so beautiful how it comes together. Like, I am obsessed with that arm shaping. I don't know why that's the most exciting part for me, but it's so beautiful. I love how the cast on edge looks and everything with it. And up at the top, there wasn't too much like intricate shaping or anything for the neckline, because it is going to have that real floppy collar on there. Super happy with this. I haven't cast on the front yet, but I am going to cast on the front pretty soon. I am, like I said, I want to kind of round up all of these whips. Y'all, I have so many more whips because I just went on a frenzy after Christmas, I think, just starting loads more projects. And yeah, like, yeah, I've been kind of just chugging through things a little bit slowly, but you know, I have been going and doing a lot of stuff. I've just been so busy. Life has been crazy. Anyways, so really happy with how this is looking. I love the length that it is. Also, I feel like it's going to be the perfect crop length, and I'm really excited to have the squishiest, softest ever sleeves with the big floppy long cuffs. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love this yarn so much. So I used Cascade 220 in straw, and I used Southampton yarn from Valley Yarns, which is their mohair yarn, mohair silk yarn. And I held those 2 strands together, and it is the softest, prettiest, like, it's showing up slightly more browny on camera. It's a little bit brighter than this. It could also be just my lighting too, but it is a little bit more yellowy mustard than the brown that it's kind of showing up as, but I still am obsessed with this color, how it's showing up as well. But oh my god, so obsessed. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. The yarns are super soft. This pattern, Fisherman's Rib, is actually so fun to do. I fell in love with knitting Fisherman's Rib. It's so comforting. It's so soft to feel on. The whole process of knitting is just very, very soft. Just soft, soft. The word is soft and soft. So they're soft. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to share with you is actually another shawl. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm losing my mind. I'm doing so many shawls. Okay, but this one was kind of more, I just wanted to play around with this design. I am going to keep working on this, but I know I'm going to have to do some serious focusing to figure out where I'm at in this pattern at this point. But I'm going to show you what it looks like at the moment. That's pretty nice. Oh, stop looking at my face and look at my design. Okay, so right now, I'm not 100% in love with how it looks right now, but I already know how obsessed I'm going to be with this as I continue to work on it. I'm using a couple of different yarns. This pattern is called Fall Gloaming, which is a pattern that I talked about in a past podcast I'm very positive of, and it was a free pattern from Expression Fiber Arts. The designer is Monica Wesley, and obviously Chandy is on there as well, but it is, I want to see how they designed it. Okay, so it's a asymmetrical triangle shawl that features a repetitive sequence of knotted open work in stockinette stitch that alternates with garter stitch ridges. So it's so beautiful. I'm gonna put up photos of the finished shawl so you can see kind of what I'm talking about. Of course, they use beautiful Expression Fiber Arts yarn, which is stunning and expensive, and I just have so much yarn here. I'm always trying to use up what I have. So I am using a couple of different yarns that I got from Hobby Lobby as well as Joann. Now, I talked about this yarn maybe in that same video, but it's one of the new yarns or the newer yarns from Joann. This one I know is still attached to the shawl. Oh my gosh. And so that is what the full cake looks like. So it's got really beautiful hints of like yellow in there, which I'm using a separate ball of yellow for, as well as browns and this really beautiful green and white, what would you call that? Like speckled, not speckled, marled kind of look in here as well. And I'm just now getting to this really yummy green part of this yarn. So there's lots of excitement happening. I'm using a yarn from Hobby Lobby. This one is, I believe, or I think it's I like that yarn, or I love that yarn, or something like that. I heart that yarn, something like that, from Hobby Lobby. I'm assuming this is like gold or yellow. I don't know what the actual color is. I've lost all the flaps, but I'm also using a brown. This is the remnants from a cowl neck that I did quite some time back, but this is Red Heart brown or something like that. Oh my gosh, I wish I knew the actual color names, but I'm using those 3 yarns, and I think I'm also using, there's another yarn, I think. Y'all, I can't remember what other yarn I'm going to use, but so far in the pattern I've only used those 3 for this. And I'm actually kind of debating on what I want to use as my 4th color, because technically you are supposed to use 4 colors throughout the whole design. So I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. But the pattern is actually really, really simple to work through, but I think there's just some understandings that I am missing. Like within the open knotted work section, I feel like with the repeats and the way that this shawl grows, it can get a little bit confusing and easy for you to get caught up if you're not paying attention as closely, because I usually am knitting while doing something else. So this is definitely one of those projects I would need to put a little bit more focus into, and because this was up at in my living room, it was supposed to be my while I'm watching movies or something type of knit, and it is not that kind of knit. I need to pay a little bit more attention if I want this open knotted work to look as nice as it does. So it's just really, really beautiful. I love this knotted open work design. It's so pretty, and I want it to grow, and I want to have loads more. Texturally, it's really interesting as well. But yeah, excited about it. Okay, anyways, so that design I'm working through. The knotted open work is written in a way that I feel like is semi-confusing, but I'm working my way through it. I'm gonna see if just giving it my full attention and my full focus will help to improve growing this shawl. I don't know how big it's going to be. I think you're supposed to use basically the entirety of at least 2 of the balls of yarn, but 2 balls you won't use the full amount of. So it might be quite big. So we'll see how we go. I am going to keep working on that and figure out what I want my last color to be. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a cream or if I want to use green to just really bring out a lot more green within the design as well. So we'll see. I will check back in with you and let you know how that goes. I think that's going to be all the whips that I talk about in this video. I do have some, but they're definitely not at a point to where I feel like they're even worth sharing just yet, especially with how many projects I do have. At this stage, I want to go ahead and talk about the Rowan magazines that I got, or the Rowan publications that I recently purchased. So the first one is going to be Rowan 71. Look at the color of this magazine. Look at the color of this magazine. There was no way that I was not going to get this magazine. And it's called Joy. There was no way I was not going to get this magazine. Okay, there was no way. I'm absolutely obsessed with this cover. It's a woman of color on the cover. Had to get. So obsessed. There are so many designs in this book, and so many that I absolutely love. This is going to be the first year, I think, that Kim Hargreaves is not publishing in this magazine, because I don't think she has any. It's been a long time since I think I've gotten a Rowan magazine and Kim Hargreaves wasn't in it. I didn't talk about this yet, but I know they released a statement on their Facebook page basically saying that this year was going to be the last year that they would be publishing any designs, and I'm very sad. I'm very sad because I love Kim Hargreaves and I love all the designs that she's made, and I don't even think I'd be able to make all of the designs within my lifetime, but there are still so many designs that I've had from the past that I want to make in the future. So you will continue to see me talking about Kim Hargreaves on this channel. I don't know what's going to happen with their like web store and things like that, so I might just be the saddest person ever. No, not really, but I am heartbroken that Kim is not going to be making designs anymore. So this is the first Rowan magazine where I think there are no Kim Hargreaves designs. Maybe Rowan 70 didn't have any, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that statement, but I'm really sad. It's the first time I'm noticing. Let's just say that. So there are a couple of designs in here, though, that I want to share with you. So normally I share just a couple. The first design that I want to talk about, this vest is called Diamond Stripe, and it's made in cotton glacé, which is their like mercurized cotton yarn, I believe. It's really, really smooth, super pretty, and it's of course by Kaf Fawcett. He is the designer for this vest, and it shows. There's so much color. I've never made a pattern from him before, so I'm really interested in making this vest. I don't know why I want so many vests all of a sudden. I'm finishing this yellow one and I want to make this colorful one. This would be a place where I don't know what yarn I would lean into to do, because it is quite a bit of color work but it's beautiful, and I love the colors of everything. I like how blue is the kind of main color for like the ribbing, and within the design I feel like blue is what stands out the most, and I love blue yarn, so I'm game. Just got to figure out what yarn I'd use, but I think it's such a beautiful design, and once I saw it I was like, yep, in the bag. Okay, so the next design I want to talk about is Pebble. This one is a design by Lisa Richardson. I've never made anything from Lisa I've never made anything from Lisa Richardson either, but I really like this design. I've really been getting into crochet a lot more, and looking at something like this, I definitely would be up for the challenge of doing something that's so beautiful. It's just a really pretty like boxy tee. It's that really beautiful kind of open design, which would be perfect during summertime. You know, layered over cute dresses, or like over a cami and shorts or something like that. Something that you would definitely want to throw on. I don't know exactly what size this yarn is. I'd guess DK, but it might be fingering. I think it might be DK, just with how much yarn you need. So I think it might be a DK weight, but still very beautiful, and just, you know, like a classic crochet design. I was like, okay, cool, yes, happy, love that, super cute, perfect for summer. There's another one that they have as well, and it's, let me see, it's called Shade, which is by Emma Wright, and it's a cute, more, it's still, to me, it still kind of looks like a boxy tee, but it is kind of more like a tank top, like an oversized swing tank kind of thing, and also very, very beautiful. It uses that same cotton glacé yarn, and it's very pretty with the diamond print on it, or the diamond kind of design. Very cute. I could also see myself trying to make that as well. Another just really awesome top to have during the summertime when it's just super hot, with just a tank or a bralette underneath and shorts. Now it's getting even hotter with the bralette instead of the tank, like I said before. It is getting quite dark, so I'm sorry about that. It always gets dark. It always gets dark in the middle of my podcast. But the next one that I want to talk about is called Free. It's a super pretty pullover that has these gorgeous cable twists up at the top. It is such a cute style. I love how the sleeves are extra long on these, and it has that kind of yoke design, so I feel like this is going to be such a great design to make for me, because I love loads of texture. I love this really wide neck on it as well, so beautiful. And I like how they styled it too, with these kind of not cashmere, these kind of silky type of pants, crepe pants, trousers, crepe trousers. Super cute. I like the color they used it as well. Just looks really classy and nice and just like luxurious. I love a good cable. Like, that's the greatest thing. Like, to me, I love cables. Anyways, so I really like that design with all the cables on it. I think it's really, really, really sophisticated looking. I could see it in my wardrobe perfectly, and I believe the pattern is actually worked in the round. Yeah, so this pattern is also worked in the round, which is like right up my street. I don't even have to do anything crazy to like convert it to be worked in the round, so I'm super excited to give this one a try. I've never worked anything by this designer either, but it is so stunning. I'm looking forward to casting that one on at some stage soon. Another design in this book that I really loved was Seaside. This one is actually made with cotton cashmere, which I did feel that yarn at my local yarn shop at Lamb Spun, and it is really nice, and I'd be willing to even like splurge and get some just because I absolutely adore cashmere, and I like cashmere blends, and something makes me want to treat myself to some cashmere yarn for this design. But it's just so cute. I love the kind of collar detail that's on this, and I love the really wide ribbing at the bottom and on the sleeves. I think that's such a cute style, as well as like the length. It's kind of like a boxier type of look, but it is cropped as well. And the V-neck is just calling my name. I just really like this pattern. I think it's, again, another really classy look and would just be such a great staple to have. And in that cotton cashmere, I feel like you can get away with it being a transitional sweater, and you could even wear it in the winter time with layers and such. So I really like it. Okay, so I added another light. Oh my gosh, I'm losing light so quick, so I'm sorry if it's all over the place because I'm everywhere trying to keep up. But the next thing that I want to talk about is actually a pattern from Arne and Carlos. Now, I have so many patterns from them from their website and from Rowan Magazine and from Rowan.com that I have that I've saved, but they're all fingering weight patterns. And I am so anxious about starting a fingering weight sweater because I just feel like I'll never finish it, especially because I just am so scared. Fingering weight just seems like so small, and I have yet to make a fingering weight sweater, so I'm looking forward to starting one. And I know that if I'm gonna do fingering weight, I want to do something with color work because it's so stunning when you use a yarn that fine to do these really elaborate projects. Now this one is called Scrapbook, and I fell in love with the huge floral design that they've put on this sweater. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the colors that they use for this pattern as well. I probably wouldn't use something this cool toned, but like the charts, literally I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want it. I want to dive right into something real intricate, real color worky. And I don't know when or if I will put this project as my fingering weight color work project, but I would see myself really just obsessing over this design once finished. So it does use 4 different colors, and it's with that same cotton cashmere yarn I was telling you before. Is it fingering weight? Am I tripping? What needles am I using? I don't actually know. This might be DK. If this is DK, then I'm definitely gonna try to do this. Holy, it's so pretty. Anyways, I love this design a lot. You all know I love color work, and I want to challenge myself with something real fun, because I'm all about trying and doing something fun, and picking up a new pattern is always fun, but I don't want to start something that I know I'm just not gonna have the patience to finish. But if it is a DK weight yarn, then I'd be willing to go ahead and cast that one right on. I've got some white yarn. I've got a lot of DK yarn. Okay, we'll come back to that idea. We'll come back. But there's one more pattern I wanted to talk about in this book, but there's so many really cute ones in here. What was it? The next design I want to talk about is Martin Story's Twist sweater, and this is a beautiful knit sweater. It's long sleeve, it's got a fairly wide ribbing band, but it's got a lot of kind of lacy, textural, cabled type designs on it. I think it's so stunning. And it's so pretty and lightweight looking, but you use creative linen with it, so it's got this it's gonna have this kind of like drape and feel to it that's gonna be so nice. I felt the creative linen in my shop. They had a swatch knit up and blocked and everything, and I was like, yeah, this is amazing. I want to definitely give it a try. But the design is so beautiful. I really love those cables that are kind of going up the front, and the zigzag eyelets on the sleeves and such. I mean, it's on the front panel too, but you really see them popping on the sleeves. I absolutely love this raglan style sweater. I think it would be so beautiful in the summertime, especially in that linen. It'd be beautiful in cotton or something like that too, but I'm actually really obsessed with this and how it looks. The last creative linen project that I want to talk about is called Slow. This one is by Erica Knight. I really like this deep V on this design, and the really oversized deep sleeves as well. It's a short sleeve pattern, so it is meant to be like kind of a more summery situation, but it is also made in linen, so it's meant to be quite lightweight and breezy. I really like the color that they chose. It's so like simple looking, but just nice to have. Another one of those things you can just throw on, like they have her in like white jeans, and it'd be a cute little summer situation, but it also would be really nice over dresses and such as well. So I could see myself making something like this too. And it's worked, it looks like in like just 2 pieces. Yeah, it's just worked as a back and a front Love. Just a nice little pullover situation. I definitely would love to give this one a go. I believe the front, yeah, the front has a lot more details and such, but yeah. Ooh, you make those armhole borders. Yeah, so really like this design. Like I said, I like Rowan Magazine for the variety, and you get loads of different kinds of styles and such in here. So I'm excited about all those patterns that I shared with you, but now I want to move on to Mode. Mode at Rowan is a different magazine. I don't really know what the difference is. I'm guessing, well, Mode says it's supposed to be, you know, timeless and stylish and things like that, which I don't know if Rowan Magazine is necessarily not. I don't know. Anyways, but I got Mode as well. The reason why I picked this one up is because I saw a different woman of color on the front, and I was just like, girl, your top is cute. Anyways, I went ahead and picked it up. I know that they do this one twice a year as well. I've never picked one up before, but there's so many designs that caught my eye because, of course, this magazine features loads of yellow, and yellow is one of my favorite colors, and so everything just looks so bright and happy to me. But there's so many designs in here that I want to share with you all, so again, I'm going to be putting them up on the screen. One I was obsessed with is Amber. Now this is a plaid style, like, cardigan, really loose fitting long cardigan. I love the color work in it, obviously, but to me it looks kind of like an oversized shirt, like plaid shirt or something, but it's all knit. And I thought that was so cute and interesting and would be such an awesome accessory to have, and I loved how they styled it as well. So really stunning, another really great color work project, but so beautiful. Gosh, I love how this one looks so much. I was sitting there just like, this is not yarn. It is yarn. The color work is amazing. So was super happy about that that pattern in here. What was the other one I really liked? I really like Daisy. It's a cute tank top situation that has a waist tie. So chic and cute. I think they suggest, well, I don't know if they suggest, but I would love to see that paired up with the knit skirt that they have in here. It's called Summer. Super cute knit skirt. Definitely real tight. I don't know how I feel about wearing a knit skirt in the summertime, but still super cute. I like those. I would love to see those two together. But I also really like Linen, which is a tank top pattern, and it has a real wide band, skinny little straps, and stripes. Super cute. I think this would be a pretty quick make and super cute if you did it just in solid color as well, but very beautiful, super summery and fun. I also really like Macaroon, which is a knit dress, sleeveless knit dress. It has this beautiful kind of eyelet style design to it all over. Very summery. They did a long version, which is extra cute, but that short version with the stripes is kind of calling my name. It's just doing something for me. I really like how that one looks a lot. Another one that I really liked in here is Oyster. It's a nice loose fitting kind of boyfriend cardigan. It's got double cuff sleeves, or fold over cuff sleeves, which I am obsessed with. I love extra long sleeves because I'm a long lady, so sleeves never really, if I'm making something, it's got to be long enough to be real long sleeves. So I get excited about making long sleeves that'll actually touch my wrists. I also really like Mineral. It's a super cute knit tee. It has kind of like a ducktail front and back hem, so it's rounded and it's got a cool stripe, garter stripe relief situation for the design. I thought that was extra cute, and how they styled it with the yellow shorts, I'm so here for. The last one that I want to talk about is Seashell, and it's another tank top style, or a tank top that has a cute cable and or I guess it's not a cable, but like an eyelet relief pattern or an eyelet lace pattern up the side. And I think it would just be another one of those really great summer staples. Nice and cool, super cute, but there are still so many other designs in this book that I really like as well. So I'm not disappointed in this book. I am happy that I did go ahead and pick it up as well, and I have it to add to my collection and have it to my have it to add to my repertoire of summer patterns, because I like knitting patterns and I like those patterns. Let me know if there's any that you liked in there as well, or any that you're interested in. I don't know that I'll be casting anything new on soon. Like I said, I really want to trug through my whips and finish a lot of these projects, because some of them are just so ridiculously close to being finished. It's just maddening that I haven't. My brain is just all over the place and has been all over the place, but now I'm really starting to feel like, oh my gosh, how many projects do I have going on at one time right now? So I'm really getting back into like whip season and wanting to get a lot done. There's been a lot of snow recently, so I am looking, and there is more snow to come. In the mountains we just get loads and loads of snow. Probably we'll be getting snow until May, so maybe I'll be able to chug through these. So we'll see. I say I'm not going to cast anything on, but I hope that's true. I hope that remains true. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Okay, bye bye.